Hey my little peacheroonies, and welcome back to a new video. Welcome back to part 2 of my skincare video. I originally wanted to do this as one video, but then honestly I talked for so long and so much about my day routine, like my morning routine, I'm like, I'm never gonna be able to fit them both in the same video. So as you can see, it's the same day. I filmed my makeup video in between, so this is the makeup that I had on that day. Like, the lipstick's gone, but I've not topped up my makeup. I didn't even spray today. I think it stayed on pretty well, but now we're gonna take it all off. And oh my gosh, it is freaking warm still. I know I keep saying this, but the lights, it's hot, it's a lot. Also, I'm gonna put let me show you how I get like my rig out ready to take off my makeup. I always would get it like on my tops and stuff, so now I put on a dressing gown so that if anything spills I can just throw this in the wash and it's not gonna like mark my clothes. But as you can imagine, it's gonna make this video even warmer. There we go, looking super cozy like I'm at a spa. And also, we need to get this little bad boy back on, please. Some of my makeup got cried off because I watched the proposal video back for the first time today and did a little cry about it. It is an emotional video though. I think it'll probably be out by now. Hopefully you guys had a little cry too. Why would you cry? It's not your proposal. I cried, okay? Oh, and I don't know where this earring has just gone. Yeah, we probably should take you off, shouldn't we, friend? Whew. Okay, so we're gonna be warm. My night care routine is longer than my morning routine, and also it has like richer products in it, potentially products that are a little bit more expensive. What I'm gonna do is show some of the products that I would use as an alternative and that I've used in the past as well, that have had a really similar effect. So first things first is I use like an oil cleansing first, just to like loosen that makeup and help get it off. This is the one I was using. It's the same brand as The Ordinary, but this is their Neod range. Neod? I have no idea how you say that. Noid. But also, this was full when I took it to Bali and then it exploded in my suitcase, so this is all I've got left. It's fine because my good friend Nina actually gifted me this cleanser that I'm gonna try after it. I've not tried it yet though, but this is also cleansing oil, so it does the same thing. It's Korean actually, the Face Shop, and it says, hopefully this Korean is right, Igamshu. Let me know. Ikamshu? I don't know. It looks like Ikamshu to me, but well, I'm not great at Korean despite learning it for months. And let's go ahead and take off the first bit of our makeup. Also, the main reason for me doing this is less makeup, but actually because it is the secret blackhead buster. Any kind of oil cleansing I think will have a really similar effect. Oh wow. My face looks really red straight away. I think my face gets red quite easily when I touch it, but also because I'm so warm. This is the best bit about oil cleansing. Once you've like let it sit on your face for a little while, I just get like my fingers and do like these little circles on my nose. And if you get blackheads, you do it really gentle. You like, don't squeeze your blackheads. Do not use those blackhead strips. Like, they're the worst thing ever. These things on your nose aren't actually blackheads. They're called sebaceous filaments, and they will always be there. There is nothing you can do. You can help reduce them a little bit by doing stuff like this, just like carefully like easing out the top a little bit, but do not pull the plugs out, because what you'll do is just make the holes that the sebaceous filaments sit in get bigger and bigger, and then you'll just get bigger and bigger sebaceous filaments. Like, literally don't try and remove them. Don't squeeze them, just leave them well alone. This for me has been the best way to keep them manageable and small, is you just massage. You just massage and massage and massage, and what you'll find is you don't overdo it and don't do it harsh. Like, I'm being so gentle right now, like little gentle circles, but what you'll find is you feel like it's almost like grits underneath your fingers, and you're like, oh, what is that? You'll keep doing it and like you'll feel the grits like lift out of your nose. Sounds so gross, but literally this is like the best way, on your tip as well, like get rid of them. The little grits will come out, and then when they've come out, then that's the sebaceous filament top lifting away. It's so good. I actually don't have many today because I used when I washed my hair in the shower this morning, I used, you know, those little charcoal like sponge, konjac sponge, something sponge beginning with a K, but that does the same thing, like really gentle. Again, exactly the same thing. Basically everything you should be doing with your skin should be gentle. Doing it on my chin as well. You have to do this face. Your entire look really flattering. Most of that which you can see on the little white like things are probably makeup, but a few of them will actually be the little filaments lifted out and away, and then your face just looks a little bit nicer afterwards. Oh no, they're so thin. Ooh, like a crow. And then these oil cleansers always, some of them actually do foam up if you put water on them, but in my experience a lot of them don't, so I just kind of like gently like just wipe it away a little bit. Okay, this next bit I'm only gonna be able to do the first part of it here because I need a sink and I don't have those fancy bowls that a lot of like YouTubers have. The next part after you've done the oil cleansing is I've still got loads of oil on my face. It feels nice, like it actually feels nice, but I want to get that oil off so that I can do the rest of my skincare. hair, so I need like a foaming cleanser. I currently am using this Body Shop Drops of Youth, like foaming wash. I actually think my brother got me this one for a Christmas present. And when I just got around to using it, because previously I was using the Body Shop Seaweed. It's like a gel that turns into bubbles when you put it on your face. I really like that one as well. Basically, you just don't want to use harsh cleansers. I just think harsh cleansers are the worst. You want to use something that's quite gentle on your skin. I've used the Body Shop tea tree oil one before, and that was too harsh for me. Like, basically just, I don't like cleansers that give you a squeaky feeling afterwards. Like, that's not really what we're going for. And like this, even like once it's finished foaming, it just feels nice. Like, now my skin's going red, but it's because it's been touched. Like, it will go down. This I need to wash off my face. So I'm just gonna go nip to the tiny little baby sink in the bathroom downstairs, the downstairs bathroom. Give me one hot sec.
12 seconds later.
Wow, it's so red. Okay, so I get super paranoid about any remaining makeups on there. I've read before that micellar water is like the best way to like remove all traces of makeup. Like, people like, it magnetizes your makeup. I don't know whether it does or not, but I got really into the idea of using it. And then I bought is it the Garnier and like the Neutrogena one? And they all just give me really bad spots. So I'm like, nah, I'm never gonna use them again. And then I can't even remember where I first saw this. It's the Vixa, I don't even know, from Budapest, Peachy Micellar Cleanser. You can guess why I bought this. I bought this because it says peachy, and we like peach over here. I don't know if you've noticed, but we like peach here. They don't actually really smell that cleansy, peachy. They do smell quite cleansy, but I just use it again, super gentle. It's got kind of like these little like exfoliating buds on one side and then smooth on the other. But honestly, I don't try and exfoliate with a pod because I feel like that makes my skin sad to do like physical rough exfoliation. So it's more just like making sure everything's off and just like little gentle, like it makes your skin feel pretty good. I use the pads a little bit on my nose, actually, it's a complete lie. So ideally the less makeup that's on this, the better. But because I wear a wig, it's really hard for me to like use like washes and stuff around here because I'm gonna detach my glue. So this is almost just like a little extra like way for me to reach all around my hairline. Look, so you can see that's makeup that would have been stuck on my hairline because I wasn't able to wash it just because it's too close to my wig. So this is just like a little insurance policy for me to make sure that just to make sure that I'm getting all of my makeup off. What's on the other eye? Oh, that's creepy. Wig glue, of course. Okay, there we go. There's literally no trace of makeup on my face anymore, which is when I'm gonna go for like my exfoliation. I do chemical exfoliation, and this is the product that I'm gonna be using. Again, it's Dr. Dennis Gross Alpha Beta Extra Strength Daily Peel. I first learned about this from another Sims YouTuber. So we were at Sims camp in London, and I came in, like, I don't do well on early mornings, and we came in the next morning. I looked like so tired and run down, and then Jen, who is Urban Sims, was glowing. Like, her skin was glowing and she had no makeup on. I'm like, how are you doing this? You look incredible. And it was her that told me about these pads. I'm sorry, I'm going red because I'm so warm. I'm gonna have to take this off. So yeah, she told me about these, and since starting using them, my skin is so much better. Like, it really does reduce breakouts. Also, if you have scars from your skin, like deep scars, or if you have red mark scars, over time it is gonna, like, it's basically like peeling, but like your skin doesn't actually physically peel, it just turns over the cells faster. So your skin is gonna look so much better from like scarring and spotting so much quicker. I've recommended it to so many people since then, and people absolutely love it. If you do actually have aggressive like acne, I wouldn't jump straight into the extra strength one. I'd start off with the sensitive one and build your way up. We'll see how red my skin goes after using this. But step one is the exfoliating one, and then you leave it on for a couple of minutes, and then step two like neutralizes it. So it's basically an acid. This is an AHA, which is a alpha hydroxy acid, and it is going to make you more susceptible to sunburn. So if you do any kind of like acid exfoliation, AHAs, BHAs, anything like that, like glycolic acid, just make sure like you, oh, I can feel it stinging my eyes. Make sure you like double down on your SPF because you're gonna burn so much easier. Vitamin C makes you burn more easily as well. I used in my morning routine. So yeah, SPF is your friend. Yeah, you basically just wipe it around your face until this has gone dry. So you do it for quite a while. But this is also white, like no makeup has come off on this because that's not what it's for. So I leave my skin for a couple of minutes there, which is good because I can explain that this is a more expensive product. I would not have bought this in my teen years. I wouldn't be able to afford this in my teen years, and I wouldn't have needed to prioritize such like a expensive skincare routine then. So there's other stuff that you can use that's a lot cheaper. Just look for AHAs or BHAs. I think Paula's Choice does one. I've used the Core SX. I've used that one in the past as well. I've used the separate AHA and BHA one. I didn't feel like that did much for me personally, but other people have really, really loved it and found a lot of success. I also found this one recently from e.l.f. Again, this is like a super cheap one. It's like a toner, but it basically does a similar thing. I don't actually use it at the moment because this would be too much. Like this is just cruel to your skin. It's just cruel. But this is the same. This is an alpha hydroxy acid from fruits. Both of these as well are anti-animal testing, which is really good. And that's going to do the same thing. You can get that from e.l.f. for cheap. When you first put it on, it's going to burn. Like, can you see my skin getting red? This is burning. It does give a little bit of a burn, but it should never be like painful burn. Like, oh my gosh, like what's going on with my skin? Like this is really bad. It's more just like you're going to feel it tingling. Evie, can you stop that, Baba? Thanks. I've also tried Stridex pads in the past, but my skin hated those as well. They were too strong for me. For whatever reason, these seem to be the ones that work best for me. Now I just kind of wait. Okay, so that's been about 2 minutes. I'm going to use my Neutralizer, which is hopefully going to calm my skin right down because my nose is looking a little bit Rudolphy right now. And this is also meant to have anti-aging stuff in it. Again, don't pull your skin. Like basically never pull your skin, never drag your skin, never rub your eyes. Just leave your skin alone. It's like sensitive. It's if it has any excuse to, or at least mine, any excuse to like form a line, form a wrinkle, form a spot, form a red mark, it's gonna take it. Like it's not gonna mess around. So you've just got to be very gentle with it. Just treat it like that one person in like your group project who clearly is going to do the absolute minimum, but they've agreed to that one bit. So you're like, oh my gosh, okay, you do that bit, you annoying human being. Not that I'm speaking from experience at all. Okay, Neutralizer is on. Hopefully my skin will start to calm down soon. That's like the treatment-y kind of stuff out the way. Now it's more on to nice things for nighttime, and also because it's me keeping the oil away and also giving my skin some like luxurious nighttime like yumminess. So this will probably be familiar if you've watched my daytime, my morning skin regime. It was back to the Arborian Bamboo Matte Lotion. If my skin gets oily at night, it like goes into my hair, it goes on my pillow. I don't like waking up with oily skin, so I just basically put this on to avoid the oil overnight. Plus it's nice for Ali not to wake up and he's like waking up with his freaking perfect skin that he doesn't have to do a single thing to, that I'm so jealous of. And I turn around like, hi Ali, and like literally a feather like floats through the air and then gets stuck in this like oil on my skin and like ruins the moment. So that's what we're trying to avoid. And then the next part of my routine kind of half mirrors my morning one, but with some exciting new additions. So again, I go straight back to my Dr. Dennis Gross, but I still can't pronounce it, Ferulic and Retinol Triple Correction Eye Serum. Basically just for that anti-aging and goodness. We're trying to look like early 20s for as long as we possibly can, basically. And then in my morning routine, I use vitamin C, but in my nighttime routine, I actually now use, again, it's by The Ordinary. The Ordinary are my anti-aging treatments. Trying to hide my gross nail there. This is the Argiline Solution 10%. Why do I have such weird names still? It targets the appearance of dynamic facial lines, which is like lines from smiling and getting the creases on your eyes. Basically, that's what it's meant to help protect against. Someone once described it to me as Botox in a bottle, so I was like, okay, well, that's going in the shopping cart, isn't it? And I basically just put that absolutely everywhere. Now, like here, sat in front of you, it feels like there's a lot of downtime, but actually, if I was getting ready for bed, I'd be like, okay, now I'm gonna brush my teeth, or like put on my pajamas, I'm gonna brush my hair through, I've got like a little wig cap I have to wear on a night, so I'd like be putting my hair in that. There's stuff I'm doing. It's not quite as like not doing anything as this. Also, I love drinking tea on a night, so I have like the tea pigs like sleep. If you struggle with sleep, like I think a skincare routine will genuinely help you sleep better. So this bit, again, the same as the morning routine. It's the Ferulic and Retinol eye cream. And if you guys don't believe me about the cruelty free, like literally there's the little bunny at the back there. I think it also says vegan too. Yeah, vegan as well, and paraben free as well. Okay, so there we go. Eye cream is on, and then in the earlier video for my day routine, I then put the niacinamide, which is like the anti-spot stuff. However, on a night, I go again with the ordinary, and I use their Granactive Retinoid 2% emulsion. And this, I think this has retinol in it. At least I hope so, because that's the reason I'm buying it. Again, it's one of the few things that's anti-aging, so if you're not worried about anti-aging, don't include this in your routine. But if you've hit the age of 20, bang it in there, because that's when it all begins. You do this in an oil. I've tried it because you can get a higher percentage of retinol. My skin hated it. It never absorbed. It just sat there like waiting for an egg to be fried in. It just basically didn't work. It looks like these products are irritating my skin. It's not. Touching my face or like rubbing products into it makes it red, no matter how gentle I am. So that's what the redness is, guys. Don't worry. Okay, so we've done makeup removals, we've done treatments, and we've done like little extra goodnesses. So like your retinols and all that kind of thing. Like for me, the stuff I'm targeting is anti-aging on a night, and then in the daytime it's a little bit more spot treatment. But nighttime is anti-aging, so now we move on to, you guessed it, trying to fit as much moisture and into my face as I humanly can. So again, this is from my morning routine. Don't worry, this routine isn't identical. I do change some stuff up. But this is the Hada Labo Premium Gook. Boku Jun Premium. Yellow bottled gook is what it is. And I mean gook in the nicest possible way, because I love this stuff. I wish it wasn't so hard to get over here. Like I order it from like a really sweet, like repeat buyer from some guy from Japan. And it takes ages to get here, and he sends like a little sweet for me, a little packet of green tea, and a little picture of himself being like, thank you for buying my product. And I'm like, well, that's so freaking cute. I'll be buying from you again. For whatever reason, my skin gets redder on an evening, even if I'm not using, because I don't use this every night. I use it the majority of nights, but like probably 85 to 90% of the nights I use this. I do give my skin some nights off just because it's quite strong. It says you can use it every day, but I don't know, I just like to give my skin a little bit of break. I'm like, here you go, darling. And just like on a morning, my aim is to try and get as many layers of this on as I can. That's how much you should be using, like not the ridiculous amount that I accidentally put on in my morning routine. Trying to see if I have any current active breakouts. I see that I do this here. And this here. This is why you need to wear sunscreen, because I used to burn there as a kid. My sunglasses used to like wipe away my sun cream, and now look, I have permanent discoloration. So you definitely need to wear sunscreen, because otherwise you're gonna get marks on your skin. I don't like that one is maybe turning into like a breakout, but I'm just gonna leave it and see what it does. If I did have any active breakouts, I was gonna show you what I use for them, which is, again, I think it's Corsex. Don't know how you pronounce it, but they do like these stickers, and what you do is you clean the area. I find, and this is bad, it works a little bit better if I just gently give it a little bit of a nudge, like so it opens like a teeny tiny bit, but I don't squeeze my spot. I stick the sticker on, leave it overnight, and then the next morning you pull it off and it will have got loads of the gunk out. But yeah, it will just definitely like sort your skin out so much. And for me, it's the best way to treat spots without causing any additional damage and scarring. I still get a red mark from it doing it that way, but it goes so much quicker. Don't squeeze them. I'm the worst person to be saying this because I'm terrible for doing it. But that is how you get marks that take a really long time to go away. I'm quite like, my skin's in a good place in terms of marks at the moment, but usually I do have like a lot of like red pain, like they're not painful anymore, they just look painful. It makes it look like you still have spots even though you don't have spots. That's the kind of skin I have. It will have that horrible red mark, so we want to try and like reduce that as much as we can, and those little stickies are definitely the best way to go. We're on layer 3, by the way. Not that I'm keeping count, not that I'm proud of my skin for absorbing 3 layers or anything. Okay, I wanted to do one more, but I think I'll be pushing it. So now we go on to my night cream, and it's in the same range again. I like to stick within ranges in case you guys haven't noticed. Also, like, I'm disgusting. I'm actually vile. Everything's so dirty. This is my night cream. Again, it's the Dr. Dennis Gross Ferulic and Retinol Anti-Aging Moisturizer Night Cream. And again, it's all cruelty-free vegan goodness. This is an expensive night cream. Like this and this, they are expensive. There's definitely alternatives to this. With my funny old skin, these are the ones that have worked best for me. I had such a problem with finding a night moisturizer that was the right consistency, because I found so many that were so thin that they just basically weren't doing anything. So my skin would produce oil overnight because it wasn't getting enough moisture. And I've used ones that are so thick that I put them on and my skin just is like Are you joking? And like it doesn't absorb them, it just sits on top all night, and I might as well never have bothered to put it on because my skin wakes up the next day just being like, it's all over my hair and all over my pillow. Or even worse, it's been too thick for my skin and it's made my skin have spots. I'm like such a cheapskate with this stuff as well, like get it all off the lid, ain't no one going nowhere. And with all those lovely thick creams that I can't use, they all end up going to Ali because his skin is thirsty. His skin be a thirsty, but yeah, he gets all of my lovely skincare, which is super annoying. But this for me is the perfect consistency. It sinks in gradually across the whole of the night. In fact, it's pretty much on its way by the time I go to bed, but my skin feels like really nice and soft in the morning, like it hasn't just like done nothing. So it sinks in enough, it actually works, and it just makes my skin very happy and non-oily, so hooray! It feels nice and it doesn't smell perfumey, it just smells nice, like it's not overpowering. I love that stuff so much. Some others that I've tried to use in the past, I've tried to use quite a few different Body Shop ones. Innisfree, okay, I've tried to use this, like literally this exact range here. Green tea balancing, that did not make my skin happy. I've tried to use this Panda, that basically just was like, my skin hated that. Oh my gosh, I've tried almost every single thing on that page. And yeah, they just didn't, like, nothing has worked for me as good as this stuff. So I love this stuff, but try the cheaper stuff before you go in with this, because like only use this if nothing else works for you basically, because it is expensive. And if the other stuff works and has the same active ingredients, then you're laughing. But for me, this is the best night cream I have ever used. Period. Ali uses the number 7 night cream, and he gets to use the really thick, like luscious, gorgeous ones. I can't use them because they just don't sink in to my skin, unfortunately, but he can. Now, again, my little poor forgotten hero, this here, I always forget to put it on. This is the Arborian Bamboo Mattifying, what are you, essence? It's way too late to put an essence on, like I've literally like missed the ball. But what I would have done is put it on like after my anti-aging stuff, or maybe even after this. I know it's kind of a weird order to put things in, but it's more like trying to prevent oil production overnight rather than, in my brain it works better, but I'm gonna put it on just to show you guys. I would just do my T-zone again, bish bash wash, and help reduce that oil production overnight. And then I even put an extra thing on. I really hate getting oily skin overnight, it just bothers me so much. So I used then another version of this in my morning routine, but on my night routine I used the Arborian Bamboo Matte Power Effect Cream, and I love the packaging. Like, how pretty is that? I think it's just the prettiest color. Again, I just put this everywhere on my skin that I think is probably gonna get oily, which is mainly here and up into my T-zone and a little bit on my chin. And we just try and prevent that oil production overnight. And that's the whole of it done. I know it's kind of long. Like that took me 50 minutes to record. It doesn't usually take me that long to put on, but really it does. But I do other stuff while I'm doing it. Like I think set aside an hour for skincare on a night if you can, but do other stuff around it, because these things take time. Like ideally, the longer you can leave in between like layers, the better. And then after that, I just like brush my hair, put it into it's like I've got to wear like a little silk wig cap at night to try and like protect my wig as much as I can, because sleeping in wigs does not make them very happy. I also sleep on a silk pillowcase, mainly for my hair, but I've also read that it makes your skin a lot happier too. It sounds such a princessy thing. I sleep on a silk pillowcase, but the reason is because it is meant to help with wigs, because wigs, like, you lose a lot of hair in a wig and you're basically just trying to keep your wig alive for as long as you possibly can. And then that is the whole of my skincare ready for bedtime. But this is how my skin looks ready for bed. It feels nice. It doesn't feel tight. Like your skin should never feel tight. Like when I'm touching it, nothing feels painful, nothing feels tight. It just feels smooth. It feels happy. It feels like it's ready to go to bed and not produce an oil slick, which is all I can ask for with my skin, really. I sit there, I drink my sleepy tea, I read a webtoon, I have a little candle on at the side to feel like this. I have one of those lights that when you press it, it like, in the morning it gradually increases in light until it gets bright, and then it's like waking up to the sunrise. And at nighttime, I press it and it gradually sunsets, and as the sun sets, I blow out my candle, I put my phone on charge, and I go into sleep. And that is the life of Claire. And hopefully if you have oily, dehydrated skin and you try any of the products that I've recommended, that they work for you. And I'll see you guys in another video. Probably not another skincare or makeup video, I'm afraid, because that's the whole of my knowledge. I hope it was helpful for you guys, and I'll see you in another video. Bye!